today, but we're going to start off with House Bill 630. Hope everybody has a copy. We have a strike all. And so I'd like to present the strike all and ask that Senator England be recognized to explain the strike all. We'll turn your microphone on.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thank you, committee, for allowing me to be here today. So this bill, the purpose of this bill is to allow folks that have expunged their record if they were able to vote before the criminal proceeding or the criminal charge and conviction that they had. If they were able to vote before then they would be able to vote after the expungement. I think this just goes along with the spirit of expungement. Now, that being said, I've had a moment to look over the strike all. So if the bill that passed out of the House, there's a lot of it that has come out of there. And really your only addition, it looks like to me, and Mr. Chairman, I'll ask you to verify on line 64, this just, whenever you have an effect of an expunction, so when you have your record expunged, you are restored back to your original status, and that will include the laws regulating qualified electors, which is laid out in another code that we already have that is not being changed or amended at all according to this strike all. I can give you that. I believe that's 23-15-33 if you wanted to go look it up. But if you're able to be a qualified elector and you've had your record expunged, then you can vote. And that is based on my reading, that is the strike all bill that's before you.
Any questions? I have no questions. Do we have a motion? The motion is titled sufficient to pass strike all. All in favor of the motion say aye. All opposed say nay. The ayes appear to have it. The ayes have it. Okay, we're going to move on to, thank you, Senator. We're going to move on to House Bill 1331. We had a bill very similar to this that would allow election commissioners not have to take a test to be able to serve. Right now, they are subject to yearly tests. And so what this bill will do is it's sort of a compromise in between. It'll be just one test every 4 years that they will have to take. That's an explanation of the bill. I'd be happy to take any questions. There's no questions. Do we hear a motion? Motion's titled sufficient to pass. All in favor say aye. Any opposed, nay. The ayes appear to have it. The ayes have it. All right, moving on to House Bill 1341. So I think our language just isn't really clear on currently on residency requirements for candidates for city council and for city council. And we've asked for an AG's opinion last year. We received one. And basically this is just going to codify the AG's opinion to state that for a candidate to be able to run, they have to live in that ward 2 years prior to the election. That's an explanation of the bill, and I'll be happy to take any questions. There are no questions. Do we have a motion? Motion's titled sufficient to pass. All in favor say aye. Those opposed say nay. The ayes appear to have it. The ayes have it. Okay, moving on to House Bill 1365. This is a companion bill to a bill that we passed out of this committee and out of the Senate floor. We do have a strike all. The changes in this compared to what we passed is that this is a little bit stronger, stating that you can't donate private goods, but it's going to allow for polling places to be one of those, to be an exception. Basically what this is making sure that we don't have private money in our administrators of conducting elections. That's an explanation of the bill, and I'll be happy to take any questions. It's exactly what it is. Yes, sir. All right, any questions? Any other questions? If not, do we have a motion? Title sufficient to pass strike all is the motion. All in favor say aye. Any opposed say no. The ayes appear to have it. The ayes have it. We're going to skip over House Bill 1476 and we'll go to House Bill 1510. have a strike all that I'd like to explain now. The House bill originated as a very multi-layered bill. It had a lot of moving parts in a lot of different directions. The House kind of narrowed it down. And so we're narrowing it down now to make sure that we make sure that we have a vehicle alive for our citizenship bill that we passed out of this committee and we passed out of the chamber. My intent, this strike all is hot off the presses. My intent was that it'd be the exact same verbiage that we had in our citizenship bill that we passed, and it is from council. And so basically this is the citizenship bill that we passed earlier this session. I'll be happy to take any questions. Yes, sir. Well, as it was first introduced, it had, I think, 7 different areas that it addressed. Once it got to the floor and it passed the House floor, it only addressed about 3 or 4 different issues. So now we've got it down to the one of being citizenship. And it's the Senate version of the citizenship bill. Thank you. Any other questions? No other questions? Do we have a motion? The motion is titled sufficient to pass strike all. All in favor say aye. Any opposed say no. The ayes appear to have it. The ayes have it. That'll be it for today. So I'll entertain a motion. Rise and report. Why? Why? Did I mess it up?